Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. You're great. You gotta act like it. You gotta believe that you're great. One thing that I always struggle with was confidence. Right? And I never knew that parents actively taught their children confidence. Why? Let's just say my parents never taught me to be confident. We can just say it like that. But I could never understand why people were so confident and they were, not academically achieving. They were not in the greatest shape. Like, for example, my Uber driver had the nerve to ask me to put my mask above my nose. And her hair looked like she wanted to be alone and she was shaped like a planet. But she was confident enough to ask me this, to make this request, right? The thing about it is, bros, when I was growing up, I had a lot of people tell me that I was going to be great one day. A lot of people affirmed to me that I was creative, affirmed to me that I was brilliant. I didn't necessarily have the evidence to support these things because I was never the best student. And I just thought creativity was natural for everybody. So I didn't really put too much energy in the greatness of my creativity growing up. But recently, talking to one of my loved ones, I realized when I was texting her how great that I was, even though I don't really have too much evidence to prove that, besides just normal people stuff. But the fact that normal people stuff is just so much harder for me, for whatever reason, you guys may know, it just made me realize how lazy, how lazy and unmotivated that I truly am. When I was texting this woman, you don't even know what I have going on mentally, spiritually. I've only exercised about 2% of my greatness, which is true. I want you to remember that as well, even if, no matter what you accomplished, just know, just say to yourself, that was only 2%. That was only 3%. That was only 5% of my greatness. 10% is way too much. I like to keep it at a good 2, 3, 4, 5% of my greatness. And again, just the little stuff that I've done that's normal, that takes people years to do. I did it in a month and a half, 2 months, no more than 3 months. With a little bit of magic, with a little bit of ignorance, with a lot of bit of delusion, I got a lot done very quickly. Things that takes people years to do. Things that takes people sweat, blood, tears, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, years. And that's only 2%. And I don't even just think about it like this, bro. I don't even try, bro. And again, it's not even about me. You just have to have that confidence. You just have to be delusional and ignorant and crazy. If I really apply myself, if you really applied yourself, you would be surprised, man. You would be surprised, and you would be surprised. So let me read this comment. Alexander says the category of souls that you belong to is due to angel therapy studies, incarnated angel. Gang. Facts. So I want you to say that to yourself every day. Now, of course, I gave you that sauce about actually using negativity and positivity, not just in your spiritual, but just being realistic. Be realistic about it. If you're a loser, it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt your little baby ears to say, look, I'm a loser, bro. I'm shaped like a planet. I don't love myself. I don't have a car, and my car, I have to turn it on and turn it off 4 times just to get 2 miles down the street. Okay, if you're a loser, say you're a loser. But you also have to rub a lot of positivity on that just to create that friction, man. Just to be realistic, stay grounded, and also swim in your delusion. It's nothing wrong with being delusional, but you also have to be grounded as well. And you have to understand whatever you've done, you got to treat it like it's 2%. You saved all that money, but you still bought you still bought gas. You still bought bottles. You still bought Chinese food. You still spent your money on stupid stuff. You know you didn't need a new mop, but you bought one anyway. You know you shouldn't have donated all that money, but you did anyway. Okay? You could have did it's always room for improvement. You could have always done better always, bro. And for somebody as myself that's very detailed oriented in certain ways and very compulsive when it comes to certain details in a lot of different ways for specific things, I understand. I understand the fact that a lot of things could be better. No, I suffer. I don't suffer. I don't want to say suffer, but I go through something called PTSD where I get the chance to reflect on my past and emotionally react and physically respond to things that have happened in my past. I do this a lot. Sometimes I make up scenarios in the past that didn't really happen. I think about all the different ways it could have happened. What's up, Deanne? Now, with that, I get to understand. I get to really swim inside my subconscious mind and understand my greatness from different perspectives, different angles. And I want you to not do the same because it could become something else. But you do have to understand whatever you have going on, bro. Whether it, number one, identify your successes. You have to understand you want success. You're going to have to build your successes off your successes. I read a lot of books, a lot of self improvement books, and they say success is built off of failure, and the most successful people have had the most failures in life. Yeah, true. But you also have to understand your potential. You also have to mix that success, those little successes, your delusion, your faith, and affirmation to get to that next step. Because personally, I do. I look at my failures. I do. The woman I have right now, the most beautiful relationship I've been in, the most beautiful woman I've been in, and the best of everything that I've ever interacted with when it comes to romance and everything that comes with that. Facts, fire. So I understand. I have some trauma from these past relationships. And one could say the only reason I'm able to maintain this one is because I've been traumatized. Everybody that I've been with has been just devilish, just devils, just horrible, just savage makers, stripper makers, and sex worker makers. Shout out to the sex workers, man. But just some, just the grossest people you could gross, you know, just gross. But if it wasn't for all these slip ups and these scars and this simping and spending all this money and putting my testicles in the top drawer right next to my pride, bro, if it wasn't for all of that, then this woman wouldn't I had to tell her, like, bro, if had it not been for all these women playing with me, hurting me, breaking my heart, me going through all the catfishing and all the stealing from me and all the just being confused and lost and depressed and having anxiety and just being with women I just didn't want to be with, and when they would touch me I would flinch because I didn't really like them like that. If it wasn't for all those situations, maybe you wouldn't like me. We wouldn't be having such a good time and such a deep bond. Facts. So in that respect, I could see why people say successes are built off of failures. But bro, we still need some static. We need some electricity, man. We need to take the positive with the negative. Yes, you need to fail. Yes, you need to be reminded of your failures here and there, but you still have to understand, bro. These successes that you've experienced, that's just the tip, but that's not even the tip of the iceberg, bro. 2%. Do you know how little 2% is, bro? 2 pennies. 2 pennies out of $1. Do you know where 2 pennies are in your house right now? Probably. I do. That's how much you have achieved in your life compared to $1. What can you buy with 2 pennies? Nothing. Exactly. I was actually trying to think of something. There's nothing you could buy with 2 pennies. But the thing about it is, if you can find 2 pennies, you can find two more pennies. Somebody can go. You can go outside right now and find 2 pennies. Somebody could give you 2 pennies, but if you keep taking those 2 pennies, put them in a jar, bro. 2 pennies every day. That's not a lot, but you get where I'm going with this. You feel me? What I'm saying is, bro. What I am saying is, you have to know your greatness by actually doing something small, great, blowing it up, as well as staying humble and understanding that this means nothing. This means nothing because it was hard. Yes, it was hard. Me quitting everything I was doing, lowering everything, keeping my cool, staying stress-free, keeping it together, not having any friends, not talking to anybody, being sober, not popping off on people, doing my daily regimens to manifest what I manifested in 30 days, bro, by myself. That's probably one of my greatest achievements. I don't want to talk about that right now, but it happened. Just being in foreign lands, and if you know me personally, you know what I'm talking about. No idea. I didn't think about the fact that I couldn't have done that. I didn't think about the fact that this is crazy what I'm doing, but that's what I need, bro. That's what we all need, bro. I keep stressing this. Cannot stress this enough. Even if you do have the self-motivation, bro, stop being so, just like Future says, stop being so comfortable, man. Comfort gets you nowhere, bro. You know where comfort gets you? Comfort. Personally, me being too comfortable, comfort makes me depressed. Comfort, being comfortable, it makes me depressed. It makes me stagnant. It makes me complacent. And it makes my mind wander. And it's just like when I don't have conflict and when I don't have turmoil and when I don't have the anxiety and I have to calm the dragon, it just makes me depressed, bro. It just makes me want to put stuff in my body that doesn't belong there. That's not food or water, bro. Facts. Comfort, I hate it. I hate comfort like I hate Nazis. No, not a Nazi. I never met a Nazi. I might actually like Nazi. I don't know. But I hate comfort like I hate not being able to breathe, bro. Facts. It's true. Now, I do like peace, but I can find peace in working and stressing out and having anxiety and not knowing where things are when I go to sleep and wake up. I like it because I'm toxic, okay? But sometimes we all need it, bro. We all need it. You never know if you have a gold, unless you burn it. You never know if you have a diamond unless it's tested. It's true. That's what they say in my favorite rap songs. So it must be true. But I just want you guys to know, man, if you think you've done something in your life, let's say if you have done something in your life, okay, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my fellow underachievers, bro. Take the greatest thing you ever did in your life. Close your eyes right now. Breathe in deep. Deep. The greatest thing you ever done in your life, right? How did that feel? What was that? What did you do? And it can't be something easy, and it can't be something silly like pushing out a baby. You're designed to do that, okay? That's not that great. It happens every day, okay? It's happened like billions of times already. That's not new. It's not special. You didn't invent that, okay? The greatest time in my life is when I was pregnant. Okay, we get it. You're a mother. Good for you, right? No, other than childbirth, the greatest achievement in your life where you had to control yourself, where you had to direct your energy, when you had to reprogram yourself, when you had to mature seemingly overnight, when you had to be consistent, when you had to set goals, when you had to ignore things, when you had to embrace new things, where you had to have some pain, when you just wanted to give up, when you just didn't even want to be here, when you didn't want to be in this situation at all, when you just couldn't do anything except for think about how much you didn't want to be in this situation. When you couldn't do anything but 50% of what you were doing was daydreaming or dreaming at night to sleep. And the other 50% was just getting to it, getting through the next step, just being something that you were totally not. Just being your warrior, grounded, balanced, tender, aggressive self. Whatever you did and you accomplished it, that wasn't even 2%. That was 2%. When you won that victory, that was 2%. Just 2. It was cool. That was a long time ago, though, bro. What's next? What's up? Because you could talk about that. The people who talk about their achievements all the time in their past, it's because they don't have anything going on right now. Because they're afraid of failure. They're afraid of success. They don't think they can do it again. You think you can do it. You don't really think you could do it, or you have something new to talk about. And if you really had something new to talk about, you wouldn't talk about it because you'd be doing it. So do it. You can do it. I know you can do it. Everybody knows you can do it, bro. But we want to see it. I could tell my woman, look, if anything happens, just know I'm a titan. I'm an African black god. Look at me. I did this. That was like 50 years ago, and I'm only 30. But I know I could do it, but like times like 50. I know that. I'm delusional, and I'm mad. And I'm brilliant. My mind is beautiful, and I'm in love with my brain, bro. Facts. I know that, but it's time to show that. Okay? I'm on the same trip as you. I need something new. I don't want to live here. I don't want to live here. I want to live somewhere greater where there's no drug addicts walking around. I also want to, have like quadruple the money that I have. I also want a lot of things that I'm not going to speak out loud. But you'll see. So just remember that, bro. It's not enough just to be delusional. But sometimes it is. You got to do it, bro. You have to do it. And you got to stop talking. Facts. So I guess that's what I wanted to say. Whatever you did, you got 50 times more of that inside you. The greatest achievement that you've ever achieved, you can do that again 50 times, bro. Once a year, however old you are. Unless you're like if you're over like 40, I don't know, your genetics, you could live to be 100 and whatever. But 50 times, bro. You can do it either 50 more times, or you could do it one more time times 50. If I were to do my greatest accomplishment right now times 50, I wouldn't have to work for the rest of my life. I wouldn't. I'm going to slice it up, and I'm going to do that times 50, but I'm going to slice it up into 10 times. So I'm going to do 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, 10 here. Once every 5 years, bow! I'm going to drop one, all right? Just to let you know. But do it, man. You got this. If I can do it, you can do it. And watch. Give me about a year. Meet me back here in 1 year, and I'm going to have 10 times what I have right now. Well, you know what? Wait, how much? Let me think. Give it 3 years. I'm gonna have 10 times what I have right now. All right, that's it, man. That's aaronimoses. I'm the bang. You the bang. We the bang together, man. Life is in that bright, and peace.